That nagging feeling of unworthiness you carry around. What if it's not actually yours? What if it was secretly planted in your mind like a virus without your permission? The shame that whispers you're not good enough wasn't born inside you. It was programmed by your family, society, or even the people who you trusted most. And in this video, we are going to expose the true sources of your self-doubt by exploring what we'll call borrowed standards. I'll show you how finding their origin is the first step to finally reclaiming your worth. For the last 8+ years, I've worked as a hypnotherapist, helping people heal heartbreak, break shame loops, and become secure in love, so they don't repeat the same relationships. What you are about to hear is the exact process I use with clients to reclaim their worth. At its core, shame is that intensely painful feeling of being flawed and unworthy of love and belonging. But here is the thing. Psychology shows us that this feeling often comes from a huge identity mistake. We mix up what we do with who we are. A simple thought like, I did a bad thing, quickly twists into, I'm a bad person. Shame doesn't see a difference between your actions and your identity. This is where the idea of borrowed standards comes into play. Think of these as benchmarks for how to act, what to believe, or what success looks like that you never actually chose for yourself. They were handed to you, absorbed from the world around you, and stitched into your mind until they felt like your own. A lot of the shame we feel is just the fallout from failing to meet these standards we never even agreed to. The key is to realize that these feelings are based on a program you are running, not the truth of who you are. Now, if you are finding this eye-opening, pause for a second and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. This channel is all about helping you untangle the hidden programs that keep you stuck. So, where did you pick up these borrowed standards? There are 3 secret sources that likely taught you to feel unworthy. Our family gives us our first map of the world and our place in it. Parents are the original architects of our self-esteem. Through spoken and unspoken rules, praise, and criticism, they hand us our first blueprint for self-worth. If you grew up with impossibly high standards, constant criticism, or in a home where love felt like something you had to earn, you probably internalized the belief that your worth is conditional. Often, a parent's own insecurities get passed down to their child. As kids, we soak up that stress and naturally blame ourselves, which chips away at our sense of worth. From the moment we can scroll through a feed, we are hit with messages about who we should be, right? Society serves up a very narrow definition of success: the perfect job, the right body, the Instagram-worthy lifestyle. This pressure to conform is intense, and when we don't fit the mold, we feel inadequate and anxious. We start to believe we are flawed for not fitting into a box we didn't even build. This is especially powerful because shame is a social emotion wired into our deep evolutionary need to belong to the group. We are terrified that if we don't measure up, we'll be rejected. This constant comparison can amplify feelings of not being good enough. And as we go through life, our friends, partners, and even our jobs become powerful mirrors. These relationships can either build us up and confirm our worth, or they can reinforce the shame we are already carrying deep inside. Your social circle can influence you to act and think in certain ways, sometimes without you even noticing. If you are around people who are hypercritical, competitive, or have a rigid definition of success, it's easy to adopt their standards as your own. You might feel pressure to change just to fit in. This desire to belong can be so strong that we adopt beliefs and behaviors that aren't good for us, just to avoid being the odd one out. Now, if you are ready to go deeper than just awareness or insight, you've got 2 options. Option number one, you can join the Love Leaders community for the free 6-day Panic to Peace reset, or apply for my 6-week Fresh Start protocol to turn things around. Both links are waiting for you below. Recognizing the source is step one. Taking back their power is step two, and here is how you can start. Think of a specific feeling of unworthiness that haunts you. Not being smart enough, attractive enough, or successful enough. Now, follow it back. Whose voice is that, really? Is it a parent, a teacher, a message you absorbed from social media? The goal isn't to blame anyone, but to see clearly that this standard isn't a fact. It's an inherited opinion. Once you find the origin, you can start to mentally separate yourself from it. Say it out loud. This belief that I'm not successful enough isn't mine. I borrowed it from my family. Or this standard of beauty isn't my truth. I borrowed it from society. By labeling it as borrowed, you create critical space between you and the shame. You are no longer following an internalized rule. You are making a conscious choice. Does it make sense? But insight isn't enough. You have to put it into practice. To truly override the old program, you must define your own standards based on your own values. What does a successful life look like to you? What does being worthy mean to you? Answering this is everything. Then you have to take small actions that align with your new belief, proving to your nervous system that you are safe, that you are worthy right here and right now. The shame you have been carrying was never a reflection of your true worth. It was a story handed to you, a set of rules you never agreed to. Your feeling of unworthiness wasn't your choice, but your freedom can be. If this idea of borrowed standards hits home, share one standard you are ready to give back in the comments below. Let us start this conversation and reclaim our worth together.